Welcome back to 5-Minute Road Trips. It's the middle of winter and I'm on my way to the banks of the River Severn. The River Severn. Stretching for 220 miles, it is the longest river in Great Britain. Starting its journey in a peat bog in the Cambrian Mountains, it meanders all the way down to the Severn Estuary, where it spills out into the Bristol Channel, which is a cracking location for a spot of birding. I've just parked the car and I'm walking through this little reed bed on my way down to one of my favourite viewpoints on the banks of the River Severn. Just have a look at that. Absolutely love being down on the estuary. The sights, the sounds, the smells, and you never know what's waiting for you around the corner. Quite lucky that at this time of year we get huge flocks of widgeons down around the River Severn. They would have come down to winter here from Iceland, Scandinavia and Russia. And those males really are quite striking. Beautiful birds. Now here's something that I've never seen before. I have the biggest flock of snipe I've ever seen. It's like usually through most of the year, these birds are hiding, trying not to let you see them. Some are nosing around in the shallows, some are having a preen. This one's sticking his bum up in the air on that little rock. Now there's a bird I've been keeping an eye on this winter, and it's a spoonbill. These birds are nearly the same size as a grey heron, and they're in the same family as the ibis. And this bird's been overwintering down here. What I love about these birds is just their unusual spoon-shaped bill that they use to sift through the water, getting little shrimps and other aquatic invertebrates. Now there's another bird that I'm quite keen to show you. It's another winter visitor that comes down all the way from Arctic Russia, and that is the Buick swans. But to see them, we need to head up a little further along the river. I pulled over because right at the far end of this wet field are cranes. You can actually hear them all bugling away. Such a magic, ethereal sound. So between 2010 and 2014, 93 cranes were reintroduced onto the Somerset levels as part of the Great Crane Project. And now we have birds that fly up the River Severn and live here in Gloucestershire year round. And cranes will feed on seeds, insects, roots, worms and other invertebrates. And it's so nice to see some of this year's juveniles still hanging around with their parents as they're foraging there amongst the grass and the shallow water. They are so elegant and graceful. Oh, I got a pair of curlew. There's two birds not too far from the car just feeding in this soggy field. One's actually limping, he's hobbling around. Now sadly we've actually lost 65% of curlews in the UK since 1970. And this is down to a combination of predation and changing farming practices. There's lots of hungry greylags in here scoffing as well. But, time for some swans. Got a lovely view of some Buick swans from here. There's some out on the water, chattering, telling each other who's boss. You can see those little territorial disputes going on. But the sad thing is this site of all these lovely Buicks is getting scarcer and scarcer. This year there's been really low numbers of Buick swans visiting the UK. There's a few contributing factors to this decline in the number of Buick swans. Poor breeding success, illegal shooting along their migration, and also a phenomenon known as short stopping. As the climate warms up, the birds are actually stopping along their migration routes. The birds don't need to fly as far, they don't need to spend all of that energy, so they're finding new places to hang out. And this year the record shows that the epicenter of the overwintering population of Buick swans are on several wetlands over in Germany.